and welcome back to Desert DIY. If you are new here, my name is Corey. Today I'm going to show you guys how I turned my home office from this into this. This is what I am currently working with. It's not horrible, but it definitely could look a whole lot more beautiful than it does. I don't have anything to put my printer on. I used to have my printer on top of this, but since I moved it to this wall, and I have a really old home, this wall doesn't have an outlet. But this wall does. So I bought something off an auction that's going to go perfect right here. I also have these curtains that need to be hemmed shorter. They're too long. I have them on a custom railing and they don't make the right size that I need for the spot, so I'm going to have to customize it so that way they look beautiful and finished along with the rest of the room. I have my dream box situated on this back wall, and everything in there is pretty organized right now. There's just a few things that are out of place because we moved, but I really want to give it a makeover on these. This matches my last house and not my current house. So I need to update this to match the color scheme that I have going on in here, which is this like French blue. So I'm going to do that in all of my organizers. And I just need to fix up some of the paint things that I have going on this side. I need to reorganize this area, and then a couple of these are empty, so I'm going to reorganize that as well. And I'm going to find a new place for these so I can add in some more shelves for my paint since I'm bringing those in from the garage. Over here I have my sewing station, which I haven't gotten to use yet in my new house. And then I need to just organize all these random things that are on here for now. I have this painting. It's not even a real painting, actually. I DIY'd this with some fabric. I can link the video above right here. And I thrifted this cork board. It has some things that need to be repaired on it, and it needs to be painted into a different gold to match the frame that is here. And then I will hang that on the wall here as well. I'll probably do this first, just because it's going to need to dry, so it can dry while I'm organizing. Over here, this thing used to be like super multicolored, which is why it matched my last house and why I have multicolored stuff inside my dream box. But I painted it in an exact color match of my curtains. So I just need to finish painting the multicolored parts of it. So I'll get that done today as well. The first project I'm going to cross off my list for this room makeover is getting this thing done. This frame, I got it for $14 from a thrift store. It needed to be repaired, so I'm using some super glue accelerator and some super glue from Starbond. I can link it in the description box if you guys are interested in that. I'm not sponsored, but they have really great products. So I'm just going to glue that piece back on, and then I'm going to go over it with some metallic spray paint in the same color that I have that other frame. So that way they match and it makes the whole room look cohesive. While I'm painting this, I want to tell you guys the story of the big giant tip that we gave to somebody in the food service. In the last project that I did, I told you I was going to sell it and then give the money that I made to be a large tip to somebody in the food service. We ended up selling it for $60, and then we had a $20 donation from Jay, who I collaborated with on the last video. So we gave her an $80 tip, and she played it really cool at first, and she walked back into the kitchen, and my husband could see her in there, and she made this face like later on, and she was so happy. And that leads me into my next thing that I wanted to share with you guys, which is that my next Ugly Duckling Challenge is going to be on December 18th, and we are going to have our first ever themed one, which is the Spirit of Giving. So for that one, I want everybody to either donate their piece or sell it to donate the cash from it. But let me show you some of my projects coming up. I have this beautiful secretary, which has seen better days. The wood is cracking and separating. The top was broken off, whatever kind of detail that was there before. I have this desk. I also have a Duncan Fife dining table, and the top is back there against the wall. But that I have a really cool idea for an actual repurpose, where I'm going to take the parts of it and make something else. I bought this amazing solid brass lamp for $5, And then I have this really pretty French country style oak dining table that I want to redo. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. Let's get back to work. While that frame is drying, and now that you've seen all the mess that is my garage, you can understand why I needed to get this room organized and get all my stuff from the garage into my workspace. But I got this dresser off of an auction, and in the picture, you could not tell exactly how old it was, but once I went to pick it up, it was actually much larger than I thought it would be. I never look at the measurements. I always just think I know how big they are in the picture, and I'm always so wrong. And this was so much bigger than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be the size of like something I could use as a nightstand, and I had bought a pair of them, so I was like, oh, cool, I could use these in my master bedroom. But nope, they are huge. I topped it with my printer and this clearance lamp find that I got. I think I got it at Home Goods. But I wanted to have like a coastal French vibe, so I'm mixing different decor styles in here. This is that frame that I made that I showed you guys a link to earlier. But inside these drawers, I'm going to use it for mostly paper storage for the printer and my fabric as well. But I want to show you up close the handmade details on this piece that let me know exactly how old it is. This is something that I really enjoy about furniture flipping is the history of furniture. I watch Antiques Roadshow all the time. Like I love antiques. I love wooden things that people handmade. And this one, I believe, is 200 years old. I believe it was made somewhere around the 1820s. That is because of the way it was built. I did some research also about that fluting on the side. If you look at the side of the drawers, you can see it's handmade dovetails, which shows you that it is definitely from the 1800s. And then another thing that showed me that it's from the 1800s are these handmade nails that are holding the top down onto the piece. So that is why I think this piece ended up being around 200 years old. Also, the style, when I looked it up, it matches some pieces that are from the 1820s. So I really do believe this is from then, and I got so lucky with this find. But let's get back to the whole office and craft room theme. I have this little motivational saying from my best friend. We both love the show The Office a lot. But look at how this little corner area of my office has now come together and looks beautiful and immaculate. And then the frame comes in and it matches that other frame from the other side. I can hang up my ideas here, like from magazines or other lists that I need to have, whatever I need to do, I can finally organize it here, like pieces of my planner even I can put up there. But now let's get organizing my dream box. Like I said in the beginning, I had all these different colored papers in here that matched my decor of my last house. Also, when I moved, we had to take these boxes in and out of my dream box so many different times that they kind of got a little mixed up and disorganized. And I also want to bring in a lot of that junk that you saw in my garage, like all the different spray paints and things, and actually put it in my dream box so that it is my furniture flipper, everything I need right there dream box. And I'll stop buying the same products over and over again thinking I don't have it because I can't find it. You know how that all is. I know a lot of you guys have agreed that it is really difficult to keep your creative things organized, and it was like ruining my life not having my stuff organized. I never wanted to create because I didn't know where my stuff was or it was a mess, and I cannot get creative in my brain when I'm in an area that is messy. And so for me, the dream box was like a no-brainer. I knew I needed it, and it was an investment I was willing to make. Piper agrees. This is my dog Piper. But it was so worth it to have all my stuff in one place. I'm never going to double buy something because I don't know where it is. I can even have my kids' crafts in here as well as my own. So it's a place where everything is all together. And one thing that was really important to me to stay organized is that all of my stuff is in the same place to where I don't have to leave the room to get it. A lot of times with my ADHD style thinking, I end up leaving the room and setting something down and never remembering where I put it. So now I don't have that issue anymore. I'm starting to bring all my power tools in here as well. They actually fit in these drawers, which surprised me, and I was so thankful for that. But I have everything I need here. And now that the weather is really cold out, I'm going to be doing a lot of my projects inside. Plus, then when the summer comes and it's super humid, I'm going to be doing my projects inside. So most of the year, I'm going to be doing my work inside here in my office. I do eventually want to change the flooring in this room and put in some luxury vinyl plank flooring like the rest of my kitchen area and stuff has. But for now, it's okay. The carpet's brand new. I'll just use it until it's not so great anymore. And for all the furniture flippers that are watching, look at how these transfers fit perfectly inside this part of the organizer. That is when I knew. I was like, oh my gosh, all the furniture flippers I know are going to need to invest in this because it is something that they're going to use every single day. The greatest part about it all is that right now, starting today, they're doing their Black Friday sale. So they're going to be the cheapest they ever are the whole year right now. So if you guys are interested in getting them, it's going to be the best deal that you could possibly get on it right now. So I'll have everything linked down below them so that you guys can check it out and see if it's something that you guys want to invest in for your own business at home or just for your own crafting needs. I've seen people use these for baking companies, like they make those really pretty decorative cookies. I know a girl that puts all her baking supplies in her dream box, and I've had a lot of you comment saying that you already have one of these and that it changed your life just like it did for me. So I'm really happy for you guys for making that change and doing something for yourself and for your creativity and really investing in something that makes you happy. The next project I need to work on for the room is going to be getting the new papers inside the fronts of these drawers. I'm just using blue like printer paper that I got at Hobby Lobby. Nothing special, although there are tons of options that you guys can pick on the Create Room website for the Dream Box. I just chose to use this paper because it matched my curtains really, really well. It also matches my Cricut machine. I'm obsessed with light blue. I don't know when this happened or why, but I absolutely love light blue. To me, it looks so calming, neat, like organized, and fancy a little bit, depending on what you pair it with. Like how I paired it with gold, it makes it look French and fancy. This is how I keep my dream box most of the time. I have those two sides closed so my kids don't get into everything without me being there. And then I just leave it, the table out a lot of times too. So I just pull the table out. Now it's time to work on the third project, which is going to be my chair for this room. I got this chair from a yard sale for I think $5, and she also gave me a bunch of boxes of books, like encyclopedia sets that are all outdated, and just random like dictionaries, or I can't remember. It's just a lot of outdated things that are no longer usable, because the information in them is no longer up to date. So I'm going to do some crafts with those. Leave a comment down below if you've ever done crafts with those type of books, what you did. I have some things in mind, but I'd like to hear what you guys have done because I know you guys are all extremely creative too. To paint it, I'm going to use this flat protective enamel by Rust-Oleum. Rust-Oleum's enamel paints have quickly become my favorite paint to use. You don't have to do really anything to prep. I didn't, and it's so durable. You could scratch it with your nails all you want, and it's not going to come off once it's cured. You don't want to do the scratch test before it's cured because then you'll think it isn't very durable, but it is. Another thing that I want to tell you guys is while I was spray painting this, I got a ton of overspray on my brand new boots that I'm wearing there, but I thought maybe a magic eraser will get this off, so I tested out that theory and it does work. So if you ever get overspray on something, use a magic eraser. I just wanted to share that because I thought that you guys could probably use that bit of advice. I know a lot of you say, how do you stay so clean while you're doing your projects? Well, I don't always, and you just have to figure it out after the fact sometimes. That matte white finish and this beautiful seat really bring that nautical theme together. And then when I added this ticking striped cushion, it added that French flair to it that I wanted. And I thought the two together looked really, really nice. Also, this is a really light chair, so it's easy to move around, and having that handle on the back makes it perfect for my craft room. For project number 4, I am just going to hem the bottom of these to make them the right length since they're in a shorter window. I'm going to use a hack, which is these little iron-on strips that you can use to do a quick hem. I got these from IKEA. They were dirt cheap. You can get them from any craft store and probably places like Walmart. Although I've never tried to buy it from there, I would be willing to bet they have it though. Or even Amazon. I'll see if I can find some and link it in my Amazon store down below. But you just put them in there, get a really hot iron, and iron them until it melts, and then it creates a hem for you. Then I just hang up those curtains once they are done, and they're the perfect length and look beautiful for the room. For project number 5, I am just going to finish painting in all the little spots on here that I missed last time when I worked on it. It feels so good to check off all these little unfinished projects for the room. And the very last unfinished project that I'm going to have is to finally hang my YouTube plaque for hitting 100,000 subscribers. I've had this plaque for a few months, just waiting for the moment that I could finally hang it. I got it before we moved, but since we were moving, I didn't want to hang it. And now that I have my office, my own personal space to create, and a place for me to do my YouTube, I thought that it's time to hang it up. My husband's actually been more excited to hang it up than I have. For some reason, it just feels a little unreal to me. Like 100,000 people. I can't even picture 100,000 people. So I'm really, really thankful to every single one of you who have hit that subscribe button and who continue to come back and watch my content and support my small business, which then in turn supports my family. The most magical thing about this to me is just the fact there are so many of you guys who are like in this club of loving to DIY, especially doing things to make your homes more beautiful. So I'm so happy to have you here, and here's to many more years of doing the same thing, but now I get to do that in my beautiful finished craft room slash office. It looks gorgeous. It's very organized. It's a place that when I walk in, I immediately want to go and craft something. I want to pull the paints out. I want to just like go in my garage and pick pieces out right now and go paint them. I actually want to create so badly that I just don't have enough time to do all the creating that's in my brain now. I'm so insanely inspired again, and it has been wonderful creating this space for me that I know I'm going to have fun creating in, and that I know you guys are going to love the pieces that I create in. So don't forget to go check out that Black Friday sale for dream boxes. Create Room has the lowest prices right now that they're going to have for the whole year. So if you are looking to organize your crafting space, now is the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.